I'd like to tell a story of the prettiest of girls. It's me from Minnesota, in my heels and in my curls. Although my roots were modest, I was destined for the stage. My parents knew they had a star when at an early age. I did not say the word mama, I chose a different line. At just the tender age of 2, I screamed, "Oh, 69!" Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Bingo Bonanza! I'm your hostess, Miss Richfield 1981, and I invite you to stay right where you are and let me bring bingo to you. Oh, it's gonna be a bonanza because we've got a live studio audience and prizes and the Richfield winner spinner and fun, and it's all because bingo makes it better. It really does! Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play? Now it's your turn, join with me. Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play? Grab your balls and play, now you.
Grab your balls and play.
Grab your balls and play. I can hear you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play, hey! Hey everyone, it's just me and Lewis hanging out here welcoming you to Bingo Bonanza and the awesome 80s. He's looking for his wiener already. You know how it goes. Well, I am Miss Richfield 1981, and this is Lewis. And we bring you happy, Heidi Hope, and the friendly citizens and responsible merchants in Richfield, which is my hometown in Minnesota, where butter is the spice and gravy is a beverage. And I don't know about you, but I am ready for the 80s. Yeah! Woo! Look at me, I got my leg warmers on, my rainbow leg warmers, my rainbow gloves. Everything's ready to go. Ready. R's for Rainbow, R's for Richfield, and we're going to have a really good time. That's another thing that starts with R. Really good. So anyway, so excited that you could join us this evening. It's Bingo 58. 58, and so many of you have been so faithful to us, helping us out. And tonight we have a live studio audience who's also going to help us out. So bring on my friends, bring on the people we're going to play bingo with tonight, along with so many others. And look at this. We've got a beautiful group of people. It's a really interesting, eclectic group of people today. And you'll notice we don't have any teenagers with us. We just decided enough with the young people. Let's get to the real people who I think a lot of our studio audience is living on a fixed income right now, if you can see. And so I want to start out with Kurt, just down below me there. Hello, Kurt.
Hello, Miss
Chicago, Illinois.
Yes.
And Kurt, I'm starting with you because you are my #1 fan.
Yes, I am, and I'm very proud.
Yes, you are, and I'm proud for you because I had, and actually you're probably wondering, well, how do I know who my #1 fan is? Well, I had a fan club back in, I don't even know when it was, in the 80s, probably.
Mid-80s.
Yeah, something like that.
A little later.
It was a long time ago. I don't remember when. And you were the first person to join the fan club. He is my #1 fan. And he can prove it because he has a certificate. And I don't know if they have that handy or not, but
no, I'm sorry. I looked for it since I moved. I'm not sure.
And it was hanging on the wall in your old
with
apartment,
the hot pad from the Esther Circle of the
Mighty
Fortresses Our God Lutheran Church.
My word.
That they used in a funeral with the tag saying whose funeral they used it to. A nice even older than me, senior gentleman. And I'm just, when you visited me and you saw my Miss Richfield altar, I know how happy you were.
I know. And having my #1 fan here tonight is awesome. But I'm going to see Kurt in a couple weeks when we all are in Cancun together with Atlantis Event. and we're looking forward to that. Everybody's getting vaccinated and all of that so we can travel.
Yes.
I'm so excited. So thank you for joining me tonight, Kurt. And then
Thank you for having me.
Is Larry Blum. And
Yay.
Larry, good to see you, Larry, coming to us from Hollywood, California. And he is, now tell me what year, now you were born in the Bronx, but what year did you actually move to LA?
I moved to LA in 1979.
Look at that. How perfect is that? And you're here in the 80s celebrating our 80s. And it was your first years in Hollywood. And you are a show business person. So Larry is going to tell us a little bit tonight about some of the things. Like, what are you going to, just as a tease, what could you maybe think that you might be telling us about tonight and your memories of the 80s in Hollywood?
Well, I was an original solid gold dancer. And I also danced in a movie called Xanadu, which came out in 1980.
Wow.
And I also did a number of episodes as an actor. I transitioned into acting around 86, and I did a number of episodes of The Golden Girls and Roseanne.
Oh, you can't tell us anymore. You can't tell us anymore. We have to be surprised. But Larry's going to share with us a little bit later on in the show, if we get enough support, and we usually do. He's going to share with us a little bit about his memories in the 1980s, at least what he remembers of the 1980s, which it was kind of a crazy time for all of us. So anyway, and then Lori is right next to you, and we're moving along here. We went to Chicago, then we went all the way out to Los Angeles, and now we're coming back to Kansas City, Missouri, where, may I just say, you have fabulous. It's an interesting city. It's fabulous restaurants. Like, I will never forget, and fun clubs. Like, I remember going there for a gig, and I didn't think it would be that great, and I was amazed. I had a great time. What a fun city you live in. Fun people, great places to eat, great places to shop. You know, what a fun place. So congratulations. I'm glad that you're calling from there, and I love your hair.
Oh, thank you. I spent all day on it. Really?
It is spectacular. You're probably just, are you a little lightheaded with all the hairspray, or?
Yeah, I ate hairspray for lunch.
Yeah, you'd have to. I mean, you'd have to. You're probably going to be eating hairspray for the next week and a half, is my guess. Because once that gets in your mouth, I'm telling you, it is just, and then don't swallow any of that hair. It'll take 7 years to digest. I know that from experience, because I have a little hairspray on too tonight. Yeah, I don't always, but just a touch, just to keep it perfect.
It's an 80s thing.
It's a great thing. Oh my gosh, Lewis is stealing his. No, you can't have your hot dog yet, Lewis. He's already stealing his hot dog. So Lori, thank you so much for being with us. I'm so excited to chat with you. And right above Lori is Matt, and Matt's calling from Chicago, right near Kurt. Are you near Boys Town?
I'm down in the Loop, so not too far from Boys Town.
Oh, okay. So we're calling from two different places in Chicago. Boys Town and the Loop, downtown. So you're down more by the business district and by the Navy Pier and all that?
Very close to Navy Pier.
Oh, I love the Navy Pier with the big, I mean, that is just the whole city. I love Chicago. I love it, love it, love it. And I love your outfit. It looks like you came right off the set of Top Gun.
I did.
And clearly, and the only thing I would like more is, so at some point you're going to have to put the sunglasses on and just slightly lower the zipper. Just a little bit. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be, we're just going to do it right now. I love this when you don't have to, oh my word. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, oh Lord. Okay, now hang on to that look. Because we're going to come back to that tonight, Matt. Because I'm telling you, that is something we could raise some money for, I think. I think there's some people out there who would give a little bit of extra to see Matt maybe just do a Top Gun reenactment or something, right? Exactly. I mean, right? I mean, I love that movie. I mean, Tom Cruise, they must have had him. I'm sure Larry could tell us they probably had him on apple boxes for the whole shoot, because he's about 4'11", the poor thing. He's just a tiny wisp of a thing, and you're not, Matt, I can tell. So, and then next to Matt is Guy and Craig. Guy and Craig. And you look...
Bring me this stuff over closer.
And look at this. I love this, that it's Boy George. Is it E.T. or who is it? Did I get that right? I thought it was E.T. Oh my gosh, I wasn't 100% sure because I haven't seen E.T. in so long, but he hasn't changed, and neither has Boy George. Now, Craig, do you know Boy George? Have you ever met Boy George?
Never.
Because I was at an event one day and I got to meet Boy George, and I was emceeing this concert that he was doing. He was part of. Taylor Dane was there, and RuPaul was there before she was really famous. And everybody was friendly but RuPaul, unfortunately. But everybody else was super friendly. And Boy George, you knocked on his dressing room door, and he just said, "Come in, doll." Whoever. It didn't even matter who you were. He didn't know me. And I sat down and chatted with him. He's the nicest guy in the world. So I am so thrilled you're dressed like him. And just know when you're dressed like him, you're dressed like a nice guy. And look at E.T. E.T. He is spectacular. And he's phoning home, and I like the sort of, and I like the fact that he looks like he might have been to the gym or something. He's wrapped in a towel.
Well, he's contemporary too.
Well, and when you get to be a little bit older, like we all are getting, you have to work out. You have to continue building your muscle mass. And he was just a wisp of a thing, as I recall. So getting to the gym would probably be a good thing for him. Well, thank you so much. And you're calling from California. Where in California, Craig?
Orange, California. South
Orange.
Yes.
Ooh,
good old Orange.
fancy Orange. Now, Orange, isn't that where the housewives live? Is that in Orange?
There are housewives of Orange County. We're in the city of Orange in Orange County. So,
so it's extra orange.
It is
extra orange. It's real orange. I love it. Well, thank you, my wonderful studio audience. We have to bring Chris in because we have to start playing bingo because that's what we're all here for. And so, Chris, I'm so excited to see you tonight. And look at you in sleeveless. Thank God. I mean, the other day when you wore sleeves, I'm telling you, we lost so much money that week. It was like, I was eating cat food for like the last half of the week. It was just the way it is. So thank God you're back in sleeveless and you look fantastic. And again, we're so happy to have you here. I know you're so busy now that you're an elected official in Wilton Manors. You're one of our wonderful elected officials, and we're so proud of you for doing that.
Having been born in 81, there is nothing more magical than the awesome 80s. So I'm so happy to be here for our 58th show.
Isn't that crazy? 58, baby, 58. We all thought we'd be doing this for 6 weeks or 8 weeks. And
I heard there's like 58 actual cuts in your outfit in honor of the 58th version, which is amazing. Look at that.
It's crazy.
Right alone. Right? We can just end the show now. That is all we had to do.
So.
Show's over. That's a win.
Yeah, but we can't because what do we have to do? We have to play 3 games of bingo.
That's right. And so for those watching on Facebook, you can certainly just click the play bingo or send a tip button. That'll bring you right over to playbingobonanza.com. You can join us and play right there. And if you happen to be playing from your computer, there's also a chat on there. So you can chat with us either on the playbingobonanza.com, on Facebook. We love that. If you are playing with us on playbingobonanza.com, there are 3 cards, which is great. It's also coincidence because we play 3 games. Play all 3 games, all 3 cards, because that increases your chances of winning. And if you win, you're going to win a gift certificate to our Redbubble gift store, where absolutely anything that's important in the world can actually be bought. Like, do you have a sample?
So amazing.
Look at that. So I have seen, as I think I've said before, some of my favorite slightly inappropriate pictures in the last few months have involved Mitch Richfield aprons. And so I'd love to see that.
Brad. Oh, shoot.
You know I was talking about Brad, right?
Next week we have to promise, I'll put that picture of Brad up.
One of them.
I was going to show. Oh, Brad, if you're watching, Brad would be okay with that. Next week, we'll show Brad in his apron. But see, you can get anything. Look at this. This is a big sticker that I ordered. It's a big sticker. And you can put it on, I don't know, I'll put it in my front window.
I love it.
Maybe I'll put it on my scooter in P-Town when I go back to P-Town. I don't know. But anyway, you can get all sorts of fun things. And what's great about Redbubble is you can get the designs put on, like this design you can have on a T-shirt, on an apron, on a sweatshirt, anything.
I actually have a tank top with that on, which I love. And maybe I'll wear that again next week. We'll see. But I have another T-shirt coming. But that's for next week. Anyways, right. I want to remind everybody that when they are the lucky winner, when there are one of our lucky winners of the 58th bingo, you've got to hit I have bingo right away, because only that first person to hit it wins. Now, whether you win or don't win, you're always a winner for joining us. And
Totally.
Really, for sure. And one thing we also love is those that share bingo with their friends. We have made so many friends through this pandemic. It's now like things are beginning to get better, and I've actually started to meet people in real life, IRL, and I love that now I see them here playing bingo after we've hung out in real life. And so, and I know you're going to Puerto, so like everything is going to be so much fun, and we're going to be this big growing family. If you share by hitting either share on Facebook, if you're playing on Bingo Bonanza, or the share button, at the end of the show, we do choose one winner who will also win a fabulous Redbubble gift certificate. Last but not least, we love when you show your love for everyone that makes this possible. We could not do it without you. We do it for you. You can send a little something any number of ways. If you're playing on Play Bingo Bonanza, click any dollar amount that's comfortable, i.e. 5, 10, 20, and or $1 million, whatever it is, we're grateful for it. You can also tip at Richfield Tips or PayPal me Richfield Tips. What did I miss? Anything?
I don't think you missed a thing, although I never think you miss a thing. I think you always get it right. You're 100% with me all the time. In fact, I'm going to blow the 069 horn for you. That's for Chris. Maybe we'll shake the tambourine for you too. Just a little something.
Look at that.
So thank you so much. And along with Chris is our friend Joe that makes this look like a television show and does all the extra artwork and all that. And Eli, and we have a new friend Adam who's helping us because Eli got a job and we couldn't be happier in theater because Eli wanted to be in theater. We're thrilled. So anyway, so Adam's helping us, Matt, my manager. So we want to say thank you to all of those. And also Naomi is joining us tonight. And the weather's pretty nice. But in Minneapolis, Richfield, we have a curfew tonight because there's so much going on. And so there's a little bit of unrest happening here. And so we want to bring joy. And so I said to Naomi and Yvonne, I said, don't bring the harp. Don't bring the trombone or the gong or anything like that. Just come on the motorcycle quietly. And so they did. And Yvonne, Naomi is going to do her bird calling. And a lot of you, and some of you may remember, she did this once before for us, but she is a championship bird caller. So each game, she's going to do a different bird call. Oh, she started. Okay. It takes a lot. I think she just fell off the cinder block. Anyway, so, but that means we're going to start our first game, and we do 3 games. The first game, and here Ruth is here too. Ruth, the notorious RBG, to make sure that things are fair. We're going to start out with bingo in any direction. Now, bingo in any direction, of course, just means you have to get 5 in a row. Can be vertical, can be horizontal, can be diagonal, and you have to mark the free space too. So mark your free space, folks, okay? Make sure you get that free space because it's always tastes better when it's free. Look at the balls coming down. They're all different colors. I count them every night. I count them before we play to make sure that we have all the balls. And with cold and flu season, I usually wash and polish my balls before each game as well. So we're going to start out tonight. Now, if you have this first number, you have to say wee, because that means you're going to be lucky for the rest of the night. Okay, if you have the first number, which is B10, everybody, B10. Who's got it? Say wee in the chat or somewhere, just to yourself. You don't have to, if you're that type of person. And I want to bring on Lori before we do anything else, because Lori, darling, you look fabulous. And it's just so nice to have a gal with me, because so many, look at that. Now Eric Stano says he got the first one. And it's just so nice. Now, have you ever played bingo before, or is this your first time, Lori?
I played twice with you before.
Oh, so you've played, this routine, right? And I might have even met you, but I don't know if I recognize you with that hair because I don't think
my hair's a different color. This is a wig.
That's a wig, unlike mine.
I'm not doing this to my real hair ever again.
I-21. Yes, no, I've worn wigs. I find them uncomfortable, so I just do my best with my regular hair, my natural raven beauty pageant title holder winner hair. And so, hang on a minute. And 35. And you met, when we asked about 80s memories, you said that you met Weird Al. Didn't you meet Weird Al?
I met Weird Al Yankovic, but I didn't
and
meet him in
I
the
adore
80s.
him. I adore him. I got to get myself reorganized here. There we go. I adore him and his crazy music. It is one of my and I think he was one of the earlier ones. I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. I think he was one of the earlier ones to take music and change the words to it and get crazy. And my favorite one he did, and I don't know if you remember this. Oh, it wasn't this one. It was a different person. But hang on. N41. Richard Cheese was also one of those guys that did that. But Weird Al Yankovic did so many fun things. And tell me, how did you happen to meet him? Where did you meet him?
Well, it wasn't that difficult. I paid, but I didn't meet him in the 1980s. His concert in 2019 was the last concert I went to before the pandemic, and I paid extra to go backstage and meet him and get his autograph.
Gosh, and so you pay a little bit extra, but it's worth it, isn't it?
It was a once in a lifetime thing. I'm glad I did it.
Where was he performing? Where does he do concerts?
He was in Kansas City. He was at our Starlight Theater here.
The Starlight Theater, that kind of just sounds like fabulous, like romantic.
It's beautiful. It's outdoor.
Oh, it's outdoors?
Yeah, it's a lot of plays and musicals are there.
Oh, fantastic. I-28. And I absolutely love, I love going to theater and doing theater, but it's just been so crazy. Now, what do you do for work?
I work in logistics. I call truck drivers and I ask them if they're there yet. Are you there yet?
You talk to truck drivers?
Yeah.
Oh, that is so hot. I love it. Reminds me of what my mother told me years ago when I was just 5 years old. I'll never forget it. It was my first day of school. And I remembered I was going to go catch the bus for the first time. You know how exciting that is. And I got my handbag and I was heading out the door, got my purse. And my mom said, Miss Richfield, 1981, even this is years before I was crowned, but they still knew. They knew what was going to happen. G51. And she said, Miss Richfield, 1981, come to the kitchen. Mommy wants to tell you something. And she said, listen, you can lose your lipstick. You can lose your money. You can lose your dignity, but always keep a smile in your handbag. Because if you have a smile in your handbag, you'll always be able to find a trucker to give you a ride home. And that has been true in my life so many times where things have been tough. And a trucker, probably one of the people that you talk to many times, have given me a ride home when I have been in the bathroom too long and missed the bus. B14, because, the buses, they leave, whether you're there or not. And sometimes, I'm a lady, and sometimes, I'm on the fiber, but sometimes I'm in the bathroom a little too long, and the bus takes off, and then I have to get one of the truck drivers that you're talking to, And so you're talking to these truck drivers. This is very hot. Kurt, hang on a minute. Let me get Kurt on, because Kurt, darling, she talks to truck drivers.
Wonderful.
Right? Need I say more? Wouldn't you? Tell her what you did for a living. Wait till you hear this. Tell her what you did for a living, Kurt.
I was a statistical data operations analyst at the U.S. Railroad Retirement Board headquarters here in Chicago.
At the railroad. How perfect is that? You're truck drivers. He's railroad.
Yes.
Come on. What are the odds, right? I-17. Now, do you have anyone special in your life, Lori, or are you all alone?
I'm all alone.
So is Kurt. Look at this. Isn't this something? This is just like made in heaven. You're truck drivers. He's railroad. You're single. He's single. I'm just saying, So have you ever been to Kansas City, Kurt?
On the train, I've been through it many times. I worked for Amtrak in 74 to 76. But we'd go through like at 3 a.m. Underground, going into Kansas City, you're underground, not covered, but underground. And they didn't use the station then. I think they've redone the station, haven't they?
Oh,
because then there was a trailer and people just stood outside and they got on the train, and then we went on to Texas.
But I'm thinking this might have been just after the war, so I don't know if Lori has born yet. But B13, B13. but anyway, but now wait a minute now. So you've been through Kansas City.
Yes, but I've never been.
They probably have a new sparkly station. Do they have a new station, Lori?
They had a big old one, but they've redone it.
But it's sparkly now, and they've added some attractions to it. It's great when
how do you add attractions to a bus or to a train?
They have some museums and some stuff like that inside. It's a huge
They're big
place.
buildings. Yeah.
Really? All right. B8, everyone. B8. Well, that sounds fantastic. No, that actually, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. You know,
a lot of people, cities tore them down, unfortunately. But a lot of others have turned them into hotels because they were big buildings. They were, you know.
Well, we had one that they did hang on to, and that was the Milwaukee Road, and that's at empty forever. And then they made it into, they have an ice skating rink on where the trains used to take off, and then they made it into a hotel. It's real nice, and a little meeting center too there. It's real nice. G59. So it's actually cool when they can use some of these old buildings, you know?
Yes, because they're beautiful buildings.
I know.
It looked beautiful in 75. I mean, you know, I just hope they didn't tear it down because the trailer didn't quite make it at 3 a.m. for, you know, lots of people coming.
Why are you going through at 3 a.m?
That's where, you know, we left Chicago in the evening and we got into Houston in the afternoon.
B2, everyone, B2. Let me bring Matt in because, you know, Matt is in Chicago with you. And Matt, I'm wondering, have you ever taken the train or driven a truck or have anything to do with this conversation whatsoever?
Well, I actually have taken the train when I lived in D.C. and between New York and D.C.
And then you're dressed in your flight uniform. And so in a way, we're talking about trucks and trains and planes.
Wow.
I do fly, Mr. Richfield, and I do have my airplane, which I'm flying to Providencetown.
You are not.
For the Jamboree.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Do you have a plane? You really have a plane?
Yes. And one of the things I love to do is public benefit flying, taking people who can't afford to fly long distances for medical treatment with Angel Flight and PALS, and so they can get treatment.
And what about somebody like Lori who needs to have her hair done? Would you ever fly her to?
I don't know if all her hair would fit inside.
I mean, look at her hair. That could be an emergency. 062. Well, that brings up a good point. Lori, have you ever been to P-Town? Have you ever been to P-Town, Lori? Providence Town?
No, I don't think so.
Tip of Cape Cod? Because
I have.
You have, yeah. Sometimes it takes time to remember because, you know, when you're there.
Cape Cod. I wasn't thinking P-Town.
Right, exactly. You don't know, Matt. What are we talking about? Half the time I don't even know. And I'll be 19 years. But I didn't realize that you had a connection with that, Matt, because Kurt, tell him how many years you've been going to P-Town.
Well, I was the only one who went last August. It was my 40th year, and I was going
40 years.
81 was my first year.
Wow.
Which is like 11 years longer than I've been alive. You know, do the math.
And
you know,
when I think of the 80s, I think of Providencetown.
When we're in P-Town, we love
fun.
to hear I-18.
And
so
it's the boat slip.
Yes.
The boats, that's what he loves. I was just going to say, the boat slip is numero uno. That tea dance at the boat slip is so much fun. And it's what I love about it is it's like 5 to 7. So it's that early evening. You get out of there, you have some dinner, you go to a show, you go out for some drinks, or I go to Essentials, which is a store, and hang out there. 074. And we have so much fun. We have such a good time. And then, Matt, when do you go? What time of year?
I'm going to go this year in June for the Bakaya Jamboree.
Oh, of course, my friend Randall Roper. He runs that place. I know them very well. G55. I'll be there. So you can come and see me. I'll be at the Pilgrim House. So you're going to be there when they're there. Well, I'm going to be at the Pilgrim House. Oh, my gosh. I'm so glad we're talking about P-Town because look what I have. Well, hang on a minute now. Now, don't put the bingo thing up right before I'm going to do this. Is, you have to listen. Pay attention. Okay. 069. 069. Everybody's a winner. Dinner for two. Here, I'll get the tambourine out. Woo! All right. Oh, dang it all. I love 069. I mean, that just, you can't not be happy when you hear 069. Hello. And you're talking about P-Town. How perfect is this? So let's find out, Chris, who is our winner tonight?
So we had a number of winners, but the first one is the one that matters. Everybody else just gets to enjoy 069. But our first winner was Stephen from Washington, D.C.
Stephen from Washington, D.C. You mean my red bubble is going to appear in the nation's capital?
Yes.
Hot dog, we got a winner.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Grabbing my balls as we speak. Loading her up. Loading her up.
Well,
So, Chris, what a fun group we've got this time.
oh my God. And what an awesome story about what Matt does with those flights. I think that's really awesome.
Isn't that nice? I know. I was going to talk more about it, and I sort of lost interest because we were playing bingo. But, I'm sure.
What you never would lose interest in is saying thank you to the people that helped us this week.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, too. I absolutely agree.
But you know what? We do have a little club we call the Bingo Boosters. And actually, we can't even put everybody's names up, but we try to rotate people through. And so we want to say thank you to our Bingo Boosters again today. And that's Paul. Thank you, Paul Anderson and Krista. We appreciate you. Kelly and Randy, hello. And Rob, Ryan, Raymond, or I call Ray, and then Craig. Thank you so much, Guy, with that fabulous last name, and John. We appreciate your support so much and all that you do and your consistent giving. Who else do we want to thank, Chris?
We also love and appreciate Keith. Thank you, Keith. And of course, my friend and yours, Brian. Thank you so much, Brian.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Brian.
A big thank you to Roy and to Brendan, to Gene. Yep. Couldn't do it without you, Alan, Gary, and Felipe. And then, of course, Mark and Trisha, everybody who helps us out, makes this possible.
Mark has been another one of those folks that have been so generous.
So amazing. We're so grateful for you, Mark. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. And you know who else is here to say thank you?
Oh,
look at this right here. Lewis.
Is he here to say thank you or for a wiener? Let's just talk honestly.
Here for the wiener, actually. Yep. But yes. Yes, he's looking. That's why he's looking down, because the wieners are right there. They're right there underneath. And so we do want to say thank you so much. And we also want to remind people that we are going to be doing another bingo. And we always want to, next week, November. Listen to me. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It's been a challenging time for me. Oh, I want to get Lewis in the picture. There we go. So, but it's going to be April 19th, which is close to my birthday, if anyone's doing birthday shopping.
How very appropriate for the naughty 90s.
Naughty 90s is first, and then birthday bingo will follow that. But naughty 90s, and we're moving through, and so get out your 90s outfit. You got to put this away into my 80s collection. And then get out. So you're going to have to get a tank top for the 90s. I don't know what that is. You ever going to go strapless? Like wear a tube top, anything like that? Think about that. Just tell me you'll think about it. You don't have to do it.
I promise I will.
Okay. So, and then one of the...
remind people, by the way, don't forget that they can be in the audience, like the naughty 90s audience, or maybe your birthday bingo audience, by just emailing MissRichfieldLive@gmail.com. Just
right there.
Being live on the show.
Right below Lewis.
Yes.
Near the Richfield.
Near the wiener right now.
And they may be talking to Eli, or they may be talking to Adam, our new friend, who's helping us too. We got a whole raft of people helping us. And so we want to say thank you to them too, for being so generous and for helping us out. So who knows who you're going to be talking to. But if you're interested, or you even have a friend who you think, oh, they'd be fun to have on the 90s, just let us know, because we really be interested in doing that. So, and then also, if we get enough tips, Larry said he would share some of his memories, his television memories, and those
It's
are
like
not
royalty,
free.
by the way. Like his credits. I mean, they almost give you a run for your money. They don't, but almost.
Close. So, but you know what? I want to take a minute and look at my magic mirror, and not only, I can see internationally with this magic mirror, not just you all in the United States. I can actually see overseas right now. Look at this. Look at what my magic mirror is seeing. Oh, you're seeing it too. You know where that is? That is Scotland, everybody. That is from our friend John, and that is the Isle of Arran. The Isle of Arran. And John from Scotland, he took a day off or a week off. I can't remember. He's not working today. And so he said he took a drive and he sent us that picture. Actually sent a video too, but the picture's easier to show you and prettier. Actually, I think even more than the beautiful. It's just so pretty, isn't that? And that's Scotland. And I got to get over there one day. And so thank you, John. And I see John in the magic mirror. And I see other people in the magic mirror too. When I look carefully, I can see, who I see? I see Jamie in Nebraska, who is so faithful. Oh, hi, Bianca. Oh, and Bianca, from LA. And then Natalie and Kelly, hi, from Exeter. Oh, I'm so popular. And Chris, Chris, I'm so glad to see you. And Miss Veronica down in Orlando, and I think they're working these days. I'm so happy to hear that. Oh, and then Brian Keene. Hello, isn't that a beautiful picture from our friend? And hi, John. And then Curtis, we say hello to you. And then all these Minnesota friends, Mark and Wendy from Pennsylvania, and Jerry and Stella and Joe. Hi, Joe. Nice to see you. I love your last name, Joe. And Doug. Oh, I know Doug. New Rochelle. Hi, Doug. How are you? And then Danny. Hi, Danny in Boston. And then Myrtle Beach is in the house with our Irish friend Kieran and Stephen there. DC, we appreciate you. Somebody just won in DC. Stewart from North Carolina, LA. Scotty, hello. Scotty Appleseed, you gotta love that. And Derek and Quincy, I know where Quincy is. We go right by that when we go to Boston. Shannon, hi. Nice to see you, Shannon. Oh, and Shannon's so generous and so sweet. And as I'm getting the magic mirror going, we've got a wiener thief here. He's stealing. Hi from Minnetonka. Hi, Chris. How are you? And then Ronald, hi, I love your last name, and it's birthday. Oh, we have to put that back up. Casey, hi, Casey from Hamilton. It's my birthday is the 23rd. Mine is the 24th. We have birthdays right next to each other. How crazy is that? Mine's the same day as Barbara Streisand and Shirley MacLaine. You can't top that. Sorry. And then hi, Chris. There's Chris and Joe. Oh, and Hartsdale, we know those two. And hi, Kristen, my friend Kristen. We love that. Look at that. And also Chris and Joe and Hartsdale and Christine, Todd, hey. Oh, and he loves Carol Jean. Hello. And Carol Jean and her bug. Hello, Carol Jean. She's got a green bug. And then George in DC as well. Oh, and he's going to come to P-Town. Good. Wendy, hi, Wendy again. And then Jerry from Rochester. I'm coming to Rochester May 8th, everybody. And hey, Eric, Marlo Thomas meets Flashdance. Oh, I love that. Eric and Derek. We know them. They've been on the show many times. Casey, hi, Casey. It's Natalie from Exeter's. Oh, it's her birthday? It's Natalie's birthday. Well, happy birthday, New Hampshire. My Exeter, New Hampshire friends. I'm huge up there. Robert Santiago, who's working again. Thank the good Lord. He's working in Disneyland. I'm so glad. Hi, LaDonna. I love that name, LaDonna. And Jamie Price. Hey, Jamie. And Laura Lindsay from Essentials. Hey, that's where I hang out, at Essentials. That's my boss. And Chris in Bismarck. Oh, my gosh, Bismarck. Hello. And Vermont is in the house. And Mike and Nikki and Kevin. Hi, Kevin. And home safe in Richfield. And then, yeah, stay safe. You got to be inside by 7. David. Hey, David Schwartz. Hi, David. And Jerry. And Stella. And look at Lewis. We're going to give you your wiener after this. Anthony. Hi, Anthony. Oh, from Hollywood. I love Hollywood Squares. And Noel. And I can't pronounce that. And Josh. Hi, Josh. And Christopher and Brian and Tom, look at it, and Scotty again, and Mark from Atlanta. Hey, we haven't had any from Atlanta. Tina, Joe, hi, Michael. Kevin. Hi, Kevin. I know Kevin. And Dawn and Michael again. Hi, Michael. San Diego. We love San Diego. Jay and Susan. How are you? Eileen, how are you? Mendelson. That's a great last name. Bruce, hello. And Leah from Newfoundland. She was just on our show last week. Hi, I use my purses all the time that I bought from her. Bianca, hi. And Gary, hello from Ohio. Gotta wait to hear from Ohio. And Andrew, I just talked to you today. Hi, Andrew and Sue. Hi, Angela. And Tracy is another one of our faithful donors. Thank you, from Raleigh, North Carolina. And Joel. Hi, Joel. Marietta, Georgia. I've never been to Marietta. Got to do that. Hi, Gary. And Phil. Phil, hello from, hey, Miss Richfield. Hi. I thought it said from Richfield, but it's hi to Miss Richfield. I know that. Tina, my birthday is the same as Tanya Harding. Oh, dear. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. You could just not admit that. That'd probably be good for you. Misty, hi, from Glen Lake of Minnetonka, from Mark. Hi, sweetie. And Christy Stiles. Hi, Christy. And Steve. Hi, Steve. Your cousin, that's cousin Steve Martin. That's the cousin Stevie. Man, that took me a minute. Cousin Stevie, hi. And I haven't seen you for so long. He's in New York City. Hey, Jeff and Bob. Oh, there's so many people. Hi to everybody. Hi to everybody. And Steve and Anthony and there's so many of you. There's so many. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being so supportive. All of you, I picked in Canada. Oh my gosh, I'm glad we waited for that. Okay, I think we can end it now. We got to Canada, and look at this. And Romper Room teacher, Miss Nancy, saying yes, Rich, yes, thank you, Rich. Yeah, they never said Miss Richfield either. Believe me, on Romper Room, of all the years they were on Romper Room, I never once got a call out, not once. It's part of the reason I do this, just for my own, well-being. So anyway, and I know some of you out there have been through some challenging times. These are challenging times. Maybe you're a little lonely. Maybe you're unemployed. Maybe you're not feeling good. Darn it, I hate that. I have a friend that's not feeling good right now. Ooh, that is such a bummer. So if anything's getting you down, try to reach out and talk to somebody. Okay, don't do it on your own. We're not made to be on our own. We're made to be with each other. Okay, so reach out. Talk to somebody, come on to Stream Ally and get on and see a show and cheer yourself up and reach out because somebody out there wants to help you. Okay, so don't do it on your own. Don't do it. You don't need to be on your own. No. And that is the one good thing that's happened in this crazy sickness that we've been going through is that it's really taught us how to reach out through our computers and our phones and all that. And man, I didn't used to do that before. So this has been quite exciting. Now, I want to go to our next game. And our next game is always kind of fun because it always relates just a little bit to what we are, to our theme. Now, our theme is the 80s, as you know, and there was a very important organization that was formed in 1980s. It was the Human Rights Campaign. It used to be the Human Rights Campaign Fund. It used to be HRCF. And then they just changed it to HRC. So we are going to celebrate that and the formation of that important organization by playing our next game of bingo, which is Equal Rights Bingo. That's right. And okay. Sometimes that's not just from drinking. Sometimes when she does the bird calling, Naomi does the bird calling, she just take a big breath. And so sometimes the burp is from the big breath, although she is drinking out there. So anyway, important is we're only going to be calling certain letters. I-N-G, no free space, okay? I-N-G, no free space, okay? That's what we're going to be calling. And I want to start out as we start to, so I-N-G, okay? Yeah, you can see it in the corner there. It's right there. Oh, there's Lewis again. Oh, I got to give you your wiener. I'll give you your wiener in a minute. We're going to play this game. This game will go pretty fast, okay? We're going to storm through this. And I want to bring on 072. Who's got 072? Look at Lewis. He's like, I've got 072. You want your wiener. I'm going to get you your wiener in just a minute, kiddo. We're going to take another break in a minute here. I'll get you your wiener. So I want to bring Larry on because Larry knows Lewis, actually. Larry, it's Lewis.
I know.
Larry has known all my cats. Larry knew my previous cats, Rose and Willie, who are running through the You're using the litter box in the sky right now. B7. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I'm calling the wrong. I'm not supposed to call B, am I? Okay. Now, when I call a letter we're not supposed to call, what do? Take a drink. Oh, and I don't expect you to drink, Larry, because I know Jews don't drink. So
No.
there we go. No, you don't do
That's
that.
right.
This is right, though. I-28. We're calling I's, N's, and G's. And Larry, do you remember when the Equal Rights HRC was formed? That was formed in 1980.
Yes.
And
I've been a donor every year since.
I have too. I donate to it all the time. I donate some of my time as well. G everybody, G54. And they're important. And, like every place, they get criticized because you know how it is. Nobody's perfect. And they're in Washington, which immediately puts you in, it's a tough spot, But they're important because they take all the special concerns that you homos have and try to make something out of it, which, you people have a lot of things that are challenging. Let's just say that. G, everybody, G53. So tell me, you were born in the Bronx, right?
Yes, I was.
And then you, so you were in show business though, even before N45. You were in show business even before you came to LA though, right?
Yes. I was in New York for many years, and then I did a few.
And what'd you do when you were in New York? G56.
I took a lot of dance classes and took acting classes and singing lessons and got into a Broadway show.
But tell them what you were really trained to do. You went to school to do something other than that.
Yes,
I have it. What did you go to school for?
I have a degree in elementary education, which I've never used to this day.
Well, didn't you teach a kindergarten class? I-23.
I substituted a couple of times in Mount Vernon. Yes, I did.
And that was enough. Probably enough for you and enough for the kids.
Yes, it was.
It'd be nice to know where those kids ended up. Those kids that you taught. G, everybody, G49. So you are going to tonight tell us a little bit about some of the things that you were on, some of the things that you did, which is kind of exciting because there were shows that meant so much to us, like the Golden Girls. I think, oh my word, that was like such an important part of so many of our lives.
Yes, I did. I did 9 episodes of the Golden Girls.
Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? And that's, so you have to tell us what these are. Now, in the upper left-hand corner, what is that?
That's Lily Tomlin. I toured with Lily Tomlin and did one of her TV specials.
No way. Okay, come back to me for a second. And 42. And 42. Okay, so tell us about the next picture, and then I'll call the next ball.
This was Lily, and then next to it.
So you worked with Lily Tomlin, who I adore.
Yes, we toured in 1980, and then we did a TV special called Lily Sold Out. As you can see.
Which one are you? The one on the right, the left, or are you in the middle?
I'm on the left with the leg warmers and the tight T-shirt, having the nice skinny, slim body.
Yeah, well, look at you're all thin. Come back to me for a second. G50, everybody. G50. And while we're at it, G50, we're going to do one more, and that's an I, everybody. I-22. Okay. And so then what's the next picture?
On the right is the opening ceremony of the 1984 Summer Olympics here in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow. That was
the opening ceremonies.
And that was when they had all the pianos? Was that the year they did that?
Yes, that was the year with all the pianos. Yes.
Oh, my word. And then, hang on a minute. Here's the next one. I-21. And what did you do in the opening ceremonies? What was
the Olympic Dance Corps? We were 300 dancers in the opening ceremony, and I even have my Olympic Dance Corps jacket.
No, you do not.
Yes.
Oh, I don't think of you as someone who saves things, but you do, huh?
I've never thrown anything out.
And look at that, 1984. It says it right on there. Isn't that must have been a thrill of a lifetime.
It was one of the most amazing feelings walking into the Coliseum.
I-27, which is probably what you said when you walked into the Coliseum. I-27. Yeah, that had to be close.
80,000 people.
Fantastic.
Yes.
That's fantastic, though, Larry. And then, so you did that, and then what are that? Now, there's other pictures too. There's a picture of I see B. Arthur and the fabulous.
Yes, I did 9 Golden Girls, and I did a number of episodes, and
we remember that. Was that in the drugstore when they were buying condoms?
You know what? I don't remember if that's exactly the condom one, but it was definitely one of the episodes.
It doesn't look like the grocery store one. It looks like the drugstore one, doesn't it?
Yeah, I can't. Honestly, I don't remember. Though I still have that shirt.
All right, come back to me. G48. G48. Larry's had that shirt for 48 years. That's how that is so funny. I would call the O's, but I'm not supposed to. But if I do, what do we get to do if I say 071?
Get a drink.
That's right. Get a drink. And of course, just drinking the water myself. I used up all my drink tickets a few years ago, as we all know. All right. N35. N35. That is so cool, though, Larry. And then there's one more picture I want you to tell us about.
That's Xanadu, the cult favorite Xanadu with Olivia Newton-John and Gene Kelly.
And you got to meet. You actually got to meet Olivia Newton-John when you were on the set. You worked with her. I know I've seen a clip where you were dancing right behind her. So you actually got to work. I mean, because sometimes in those situations, you really don't get to see the stars that much, but you did. I-24. Remember, we're making the equal sign. Did we already get
bingo?
Well, hang on a minute, because Larry also not only got to meet Olivia Newton-John, who you said is just a lovely person. You said she's absolutely lovely, right, Larry?
Yes, she's amazing. In fact, last year when we were on the Atlantis cruise, Olivia performed for us, and our dear friend Malcolm brought me backstage, and we had reunited for a little Xanadu moment, me and Olivia. And she couldn't have been more lovely.
And the picture of you two is so cute. It's a beautiful picture. And she's as big as a minute, but she has a voice for days. And then also just very, very nice person. Everyone you talk to who works with her says such nice things. And that's not always the case. In Hollywood, and there's a lot of pressure when you're making movies and TV shows and stuff like that. So some people aren't always that nice, but I'm so happy because I love her. I just absolutely adore her. She's
lovely.
So many good things with her life. She's been struggling with cancer, and she talks about that, and that helps people who are struggling themselves with it. So I just love that. I think that's so amazing. Oh, look at that! Hi from the other side, SMB,
Santa Monica Boulevard.
Oh, well, a lot of people might not know that what you see right there where Larry is, that's where I stay when I'm in LA. I don't stay with people. I don't like to stay with people as a rule goes. But when I'm in LA, I always stay. I wish we could take the computer out to the back shed where you house me. But anyway, so Larry and I go way, way back. We met on an Atlantis cruise. But let's bring Chris in because we have to find out who our winner was for the Equal Rights Bingo.
So our winner, they're a lucky guy because I remember them winning recently. It's Mike from Londonderry. I think Mike just won a few weeks ago.
I think he did.
Yes.
In Londonderry. How can you not? You got to remember that.
Plus his email is Bear Snuggler, which I'll never forget that.
I love that. Hot dog, we got a wiener. Let's do it for the bars. The Bear Snuggler.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
And I'm not grabbing my balls. Look what I'm grabbing.
Oh, who doesn't love grabbing a wiener?
I'm grabbing the wiener because this guy here has been so patient waiting for this. I have to do this, folks. And we only have one game left. It's actually going to be pretty quick. But we want to remind you that next week we are going to be celebrating the 90s for Naughty 90s, right?
That's right. And don't forget that this is our time, by the way, to say thank you to people who have shared. And we're going to pull one random share winner who's going to win a Redbubble gift certificate. And this one goes to Kevin Danielson, Thank you, Kevin. We appreciate you sharing. Kevin is from Richfield.
I was going to say, I feel like I know him.
Yes, I'm sure that you do.
I think I do.
Congratulations, Kevin.
I think I do. I'm trying to get the other cat. Come here, Dusty, over here. I'm trying to get the other cat
Is there
over
a
here.
situation happening there with a wiener that we should know
There's a
about?
situation happening here. I'm trying to. You know what happens is the minute I take the wiener out, the other cat comes along, but he's very old, and so he doesn't jump up on things quite as much.
But he will move for wieners.
Yeah, but I have to drop his on the floor, but then he doesn't really find them right away. It takes unless I gotta coax him over there. Lewis, on the other hand, he's right on it. Lewis, on the other hand, is right here enjoying his. Yes, he's enjoying I just tear off little bits and pieces for them. So, but Kevin Danielson, I think I know him, and he won the share winner.
That's right.
That is so cool. I might have gone to school with Kevin. I can't remember. Anyway, but I know Kevin. So anyway, and we also want to do one other very quick thing before we play our last game of bingo. And that is Larry has a little video that he wanted to share about one of the things that he did in Hollywood. And I don't know how many of you remember the dating game. Do you remember the dating game?
I do actually remember the dating
game. Do you?
I do.
I was going to say, was that even on when you were old enough to remember?
I feel like I watched like reruns of that.
Okay, yeah. And I think they even remade some things. But Larry was on it. Larry, come on and tell us a little bit before we show this clip about a little bit background on it, because I didn't realize this, but they hired actors to be on it.
Yes, they paid actors to be on the dating game, so that's why I did it. And it was a union job, and I made a lot of money that year because they kept repeating the episode, because in the same episode earlier in the I shared it with Pee Wee Herman before he became a star. So they kept repeating our episode when his movie came out, and I made a lot of money.
Wasn't it also when he ran into problems? They ran it, didn't they too?
Yes, they kept showing the episode all the time.
And so I'm eating
Did you say the cat's wiener? Just so I know.
I'm eating a little bit of the wiener. I thought Larry was going to talk longer. So, anyway, Joe, can you roll that tape?
There they go. And now, Julie, it's time to meet your date. Let me tell you about bachelor number 3. He excels at all sports. Roller skating is one of his hobbies. He loves to dance. From New York City, Larry Bloom. Larry, come on and say hello, please. Larry and Julie, you two are going to be given the rare opportunity of experiencing the mysteries of the dating game Time Machine. Because we're going to transport you from the new world into the old world charm of Mexico City, Mexico! To name a few of the wonderful Spanish words you two will no doubt be explaining.
Oh, the jumping up and down was so convincing that you were a straight guy when you jumped up and down and clapped.
Just like a little girl.
I mean, it was hard to tell who was the girl on that. But you had to. But then you have to finish the start. We have to play one more game, and the last game of bingo always goes really fast. So hang in there, folks. But we have to find out now. Larry, was this in the 80s or was it in the 90s?
Yes, it was 1980 exactly.
It was 1980.
It was the last season. It was the last season.
Speaking and then did you actually go to Mexico with her?
Yes. We both were actors. We both got paid. We had to choose a date. She was unavailable for the date that we had chosen, and I got to take one of my best friends, Patty Colombo.
Oh, so you took a girl anyway?
Yes, we couldn't take my boyfriend or a man at the time because it would have looked weird. 2 men showing up at the hotel, so I had to take a girl.
Isn't that something in 1980?
Yes.
So speaking of great like shows and movies from the 80s, wasn't E.T. in the 80s or was that the 90s?
No,
because we got
80s.
80s, totally 80s, right?
Very 80s.
And we were just gonna get to you guys because we're talking about show business. We got to talk to Boy George and to Guy. or as we know him now, E.T., who looks fabulous. And that was a great movie. And one of the and wasn't that Spielberg, Larry? I think Larry knows. That was Spielberg, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So it was one of his early big hits, I think. And it was one of those times where I think they thought it was just going to be kind of a kid thing, and then ended up just being a huge success. Everybody fell in love. Remember how people fell in love? 1982.
It is.
Thank you, Jerry. Or Gary and Brad. Oh, Brad. Hi, Brad. That's Brad. Who's gonna share? We're gonna share his apron picture with us. Don't go anywhere. Let me introduce this next game, and we're gonna chat with Larry and Craig and Guy. But the next game's super easy and it goes super fast. So you have to pay attention because we're calling it. Are you ready for this? 8 is enough. Exactly. 8 is enough. And it's if you've ever played bingo with us before, you know we play Lucky 7, which means you just have to get 7, and this is the same thing. You just have to get 8. Any 8 on one of the cards. You can play 3 cards, and we tell you to play 3 cards, so your chances are better. We're not using the free space, but any 8 on any card. That doesn't have to have any shape or rhyme or reason or anything like that, okay? Just any 8, okay? Go. There's Naomi. Ooh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, that was not expected. Okay, so let me get gotta get the balls back in the cage here. And now tell me, Larry, have you ever worked with Boy George or Steven Spielberg?
Yes, I've worked with Boy George a couple of times on the Grammys. And you're right.
Isn't he like the nicest
lovely
person? Was he?
Couldn't be lovelier.
Yeah, just like an ordinary person, not like a big old star. You know, just like an ordinary guy that just talks to everybody, is nice to everybody.
Yes.
So if you guys, anybody knows Boy George, tell him how much we love him. And is he out and about these days? Now, do you follow Craig? Do you follow him?
He was just he did an interview on Good Morning America recently. He was, and I think it has something to do with, oh gosh, what is it called? NFTs? What is that? It's a thing about non-negotiable tokens. No, what is that again? Have you heard about that before?
I don't know.
There's something that he was just on TV not more than probably 10 days ago. So yeah.
And is that a show business thing that he was talking about?
I think it has something to do with being able to sell rights and things. There it goes. Thank you. NFTs. I can't remember whatever it was. But anyway. I'm just to hear that he was
fungible tokens.
Yeah.
And is that a way that you could buy something with that? Is that the deal?
So, and I think it's a way for him to kind of brand himself once again, but in more the digital way. But again, ask Eli. Eli probably knows all about it.
I love that. No, I love that you keep track of him. Are you a big fan of his, or did you just happen to have the outfit?
Yeah. What outfit? What outfit? Yeah. I don't know what outfit you're speaking of. So no.
Right. Exactly. Or do you happen to just have a great likeness to him? B1, everybody. B1. And what do you do during the day, Craig, when you're not looking fabulous like you are tonight?
Well, thank you, Mr. Richfield. I work for a nonprofit, a very kid-friendly science center. So.
A kid-friendly science center?
You're in Orange County.
And so, like, that ET would be perfect for that.
Very, very. We have a space area, extraterrestrial. We have a Mars exhibit. This is perfect. The kids would love this. They just might not know who ET is.
They might not know who he is, but the crazy thing is I thought that was a puppet for the longest time. And it is a real person.
Yes. It is.
So now we find out E.T. was a person. Like the whole time I thought E.T. was. And 31, everybody. And 31. That is sensational makeup job, I have to say.
Thank you.
How did you have to tell us how you did that, because that is nothing short of amazing.
Well, we live in California, and there's nothing else to do but portray celebrities. So here you go.
That's right.
Wow. And then it's nice to see E.T. smile. And you've got the Reese's Piece. Oh my gosh. This is the real deal here, folks. I mean, this is the difference between LA dressing up and everybody else dressing up. Is it's all about the details. Hey, phone home, look at that. Cheeto finger. I love it. John Taylor. Hey, John Taylor's the guy from Scotland. It's like the middle of the night there. I know. Isn't he nice? B5, everybody. B5. I know, it's a real person. I was shocked. I was like, why does it say guy? I just couldn't believe it. And it looks like a Muppet. I thought that was a Muppet until he spoke.
We were with Robert Santiago.
Hi, Robert.
Who you know.
Hi, Robert.
What?
We did.
Robert Santiago?
I'm so glad.
Are you friends with Robert?
Yes, we work with Robert. Hi, Robert.
Oh, do you work at Disneyland?
Not anymore.
We did
years ago. Years and
Oh,
years.
God, that is nothing short of just absolutely amazing, you guys. That is so. Everybody is just now. So it's just the makeup. So that's why we're wearing That's why we're wearing the towel. So, if you stood up.
Yeah, no, we're not standing up. No.
We're not standing up.
No.
Okay. So even if we wanted you to stand up, you're not standing up. B5, everybody. B5. Okay, B5. All right.
Just really quick. When he worked at Disneyland, he had Barbara Streisand on tour. And you share her and Guy, what is she a nice lady?
She's a very wonderful lady, just like
Is she a nice lady? I love to hear that because I'm sure there's because in so many times the stars meet glasses are killing me. So many times the stars work with so many people too that sometimes that somebody has a bad experience with them and then then they're not liked. No. And so I'm glad you had a good experience. Larry has met Barbara Streisand. Wow. You've worked in I-22.
Met her at the Golden Globes.
Yeah, he's worked on award shows and so forth. When did you work with her, E.T.?
You don't remember, but we look different. We were on your Halloween show. We were tour guides at Disneyland together. We talked about that.
He was.
Oh, we did talk about that.
Yes.
Long time, October.
Yeah. Oh, that was in October. That was when we were still that was before the vaccine.
It was.
Oh yeah.
BV before vaccine. Hopefully you guys have gotten your vaccinated. I got vaccinated. I got my second one. N42. I'm so happy. Bring everybody in. Speaking of that, let's find out how everyone's doing. Is everyone working these days? Now I know Kurt's retired. And so he's not working, but he's going to be traveling to Cancun. So you've got your responsibilities and you're vaccinated, right, Kurt?
Yes. February.
Good.
I was one of the first, I think, here.
Wow.
Thank God for Rush Hospital.
Right, exactly. Thank God. And then Lori, are you vaccinated?
I just got my second dose last week.
Yeah.
Awesome. G60, everybody, G60. And how about you? How about you, Matt?
I did get vaccinated with the Pfizer beginning of March at Rush Hospital as well.
Okay, good. So everyone's got, and you guys too, Guy and Craig, and I know Larry has. So we're all vaccinated, and hopefully we'll have some kind of normal summer because if I don't have a normal summer this year, this could be a problem. I don't mind eating cat food like I did the end of this week, but I don't want to be doing it as a full-time thing. Everybody, B8. And speaking of that, you only need 8 on one card because 8 is enough. And Matt, darling, now you're looking fantastic. And when look at you. And I feel like we've had enough. I feel like we've had enough tips that we might be able to have just a little bit more of a show. It doesn't have to be a lot, but just a little bit more of a show. A little bit of na 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 na. Oh, bare shoulder. Oh, no way you are not. Oh my gosh. I mean, you're gonna be court-martialed. N33, everybody. N33. That is fantastic. And I love Top Gun too. And now we should go around and tell. Now you like Top Gun. Is that your favorite, Matt?
That was my first movie that I realized I might be gay because I really liked the volleyball scene with Tom Cruise and his shirt off.
You know, when the first time I realized I was interested in men, you know, because as a young lady, I wasn't 100% sure. I thought I might not be a lesbian. But you know, when I found out, this is a true story, is I was watching the movie My Fair Lady. And do you remember who starred in that, Larry? Was that Audrey Hepburn or
Audrey Hepburn and Rex
Audrey
Harrison.
Hepburn? And the guy who played her love interest, who was the rich playboy that she didn't end up going with, I fell in love with, whoever that was. I don't know who that was in the movie. But he sings On the Street Where You Live. And I thought he was singing to me. And that's when I realized I like men. I'm not going to like women. I like men, you know. And that was, what year did that come out? Does anyone know? It wasn't 1980, that's for sure. 62. How old is that movie, Larry?
63 or 4.
Okay, it had been out for a while. Okay,
64.
It wasn't the first run. That was it. But we watched it in junior high school. I think it was junior high school. B6, everybody, B6. And then I'm just curious now. Lori, what is your favorite 80s memory or show, or what do you love?
Oh, I was in love with Michael Jackson and Robin Williams.
Oh, totally. I was too. Robin Williams in particular.
I'm still in love with Robin
Vic
Williams.
Damone must have been the guy who played that part. Somebody put Vic Damone up. So that must have been the guy who... Vic Damone?
No.
You know who that is, Larry? I've never heard of that. Apparently his career didn't go anywhere, but I was madly in love with him. 070. I'm glad to know who it is. 070. You know, otherwise I might have been a lesbian. You never know. So, and then Kurt, what was your favorite show from the 80s?
My favorite movie was Parting Glances, one of the first movies about AIDS with Steve Buscemi's first movie.
Really?
Did you see that, Larry?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Was that the first movie
I just
about
watched
AIDS?
it. I have it on VHS tape, and I watched it again during the pandemic. It's just wonderful.
What's it called? We'll watch
Parting
it.
Glances.
Parting Glances.
Parting Glances. Have I not seen this?
This
Have you
director,
seen it,
he
Craig?
made one movie, and then he unfortunately died of AIDS. And it was Steve Buscemi's first movie, and he's a former pop star who has AIDS, and it's about his best friend and his boyfriend. And it's so funny. They go to Fire Island. It's just a wonderful movie. It's the best
Parting
movie to
Glances,
come along
1986.
since until Longtime Companion was the next, but that's not.
Longtime Companion I remember really well with Campbell
This was
Scott.
late 80s, and it's just a wonderful movie. But it's so funny that it's Steve Buscemi's first movie, and he's so good in it.
When was Longtime Companions? Does anybody remember?
1991.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Okay, then we're going to talk about that next week. 070. Are we done, or are we doing 075? I saw bingo flash up.
Bingo popped up.
Is there a bingo?
We do have a bingo.
Bingo's up, folks. Bingo is up, and we have to find out who is it.
Our lucky winner is Joe from Upland, California. Congratulations, Joe.
Oh, out on the West Coast. We got a lot of West Coast representation. Hot dog, we got a wiener. Congratulations, California.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Well, as you can hear, Naomi and Yvonne take off, which means it's the end of our evening. I can't believe it. I hope that you've had a great time talking about the 80s, reminiscing about some of the fun times we've had, some of the memories. I want to thank all of my friends, Joe and Eli and Adam and Matt, my manager, and of course our good friend Chris. Thank you guys so much for putting this together. And my live audience, thank you guys so much. Lori, Guy and Craig, amazing. Larry, thank you so much for sharing. Kurt, my #1 fan, and Matt. Let's all do this together, okay? We're going to do LOVE, and that's what we need more today than ever. Don't forget, even though we're all vaccinated, we need to stay safe. Stay back a little bit. Wear your mask, okay? And hopefully we'll see you here next week. Of course, if you want to donate to us, we appreciate that so much. but you don't have to, okay? We're just happy you're here. So we're going to spell L-O-V-E together. You can do it at home, too. Are you ready? Here we go. Everybody.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. Love was made for me and you. Ooh. Love was made for me and you.
And you. Look.
And you.
It's Lewis. Good night, everybody. Say good night, Lewis. Goodbye. We'll see you next week for Naughty's 90s. Mwah.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play?
Now it's your turn. Join with me.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play?
Grab your balls and play. Now you.
Grab your balls and play.
Grab your balls and play.
Grab your balls and play.
Grab your